Hello everyone, Jet here, and welcome back to my Dwarf Let's Play as Clan Angrund and Belegar Ironhammer. Now, we've just finished off with Carsteins, so we've cleared out some of our grudges, still not enough. And we are going to be, well, basically we're going to be securing what we currently hold, and then we're going to be pushing on in force to Karakate Peaks, because we need to recapture here as fast as we can. We're probably just going to hold here, guys. I'm not so fussed about, obviously, I can leave the dwarfs around me to protect me, potentially, because I'm very good friends with them. And then we can expand and confederate with dwarfs later on, because they're doing a good job of containing all of the dwarf factions at the moment. Right, we're just building up our corruption removing buildings here. However, why is that? We are getting a lot of corruption, annoyingly. How is that not going down? It is going down quite a lot. It's just not telling me it's going down at the moment for whatever reason. So, yeah, that is dropping quite quickly now. Though I would like to get this leveled up somewhere else, so we might not necessarily do it here. We're going to push up to here as well, so we can start getting longbeards. Oh, I built the wrong building. Ah. Remind me to build the right building next time, guys, to remove our corruption. That probably would have helped. So no, right now it's about stabilising, getting this Skaven corruption spread under control, which is probably hurting the Skaven as much as it's hurting me. And then also the vampire corruption in the north. But then we're gonna, as I said, it's gonna be a lightning rush at Karakate Peaks. Even if I don't lose a couple of territories, so long as I can get Karakate Peaks, that will be a huge benefit to me income-wise. It will buff me up massively. We'll leave the dwarfs to expand nicely over here, and we will focus on the old world. Certainly, we'll focus on the vampires and
mighty Lord,
helping our allies being staying friendly.
For greatness.
Okay, so we've just completed another chapter objective, so that's very nice for us. We've got another big chunk of money. Another one's been issued for 14 settlements. How are we doing on our chapter objectives? I wanted to construct an ancestor tombs and maintain 60 units. And what's this one? Research technologies. But we're doing well anyway. You can double time it out of there. You are going to stay in here because the corruption is dropping off nicely. Here is back in order. Here is my one place which is really suffering. Right, it's only one turn off, so I'm actually going to do this differently. We're going to up the public order here, and we will build the other reduction building there. I can't afford. I want to save my money for the moment. As I said, it really is all about burning off this chaos corruption, this Skaven corruption at the moment. Because that will really help me get myself in order. Now, that was to be expected. The vampires are going to cap behind me. I didn't want to be dealing with the corruption there, which is why I left that for the time being. However, once I've... sorry, I've just eaten, I'm hiccuping a little bit. Once we've retaken Karakate Peaks, we are going to be building up for a war with the vampires. Now, it's not necessarily going to be a quick war. We're going to push up this way into the mountains to try and capture the mountains, recapture our positions here, and push up through the mountains to get the dwarf holds first, because they're going to be easier for us to hold. And, ooh, I need to pay attention to them. But no, as I said, that will help us a lot.
Lord of the Angrund.
Put out some public order buildings here. Not much I can do. I'm probably going to stop taxing here, actually. Here it may well end up being hard to hold, but we'll deal with that as we deal with that.
That is unthinkable.
Right. Now, this is what we want here. We want the Slayer Shrine. This is the correct building to be building here. And then what we'll also build is we'll also build some of these. I want to get my rangers out, actually, so I'm probably going to get myself a ranger, the ranger place next as well there, because that will help me out too. Now let's just check how I'm doing with everybody else.
So
The Empire love me because of my actions against von Karstein. They really like me at the moment, which is very beneficial for me. Can I get...
Friends of the Empire, not in my name.
Almost get a defensive alliance with them.
What you want?
Keep an eye on them. I don't necessarily want to be going to war with them.
Ready.
They don't like me, but they're not too upset with me. Wherever Dwarves.
Yes, fellow Dowie. It is an honor.
They won't go for that at all now.
No
They're big and
way.
powerful. But they are suffering, and you can see the vampires are... They're not here. Who's here? This is going to be another dwarf faction, I think. Oh no, that's the greenskins up there. And here, so that's going to be nice. I can push into there and push up against the greenskins once I'm ready. But I'm not ready just yet. Okay. What I might also do is send some people exploring to get some other trade partners. Right, let's end turn. So next, we're going to push to Doc Karaz over here with the mutinous Gits to finish off that, to get that grudge sorted. We're going to stabilise up here. I'm going to bring this army back and sort it out. Maybe pop a couple of greybeards in there. But they're not that much better. And then it really is going to be all about getting ourselves to Karakate Peaks so that we can take there on. We might need some help doing it, but yeah, we'll look how powerful it is when we get closer to it. But that is the next goal, is, you know, making sure we get Karakate Peaks sorted out, and that'll be a huge buff for us. Now, the thing to remember is we are actually currently trading with the Skaven, which is weird. This is an odd horde. I don't necessarily want to annoy it. I could probably... Ooh. I'm going to take the public order for the time being, for obvious reasons. Right, here is doing nicely now. I might need to pop out another lord just so I can split this army between the two areas. However, burning off this corruption really will have helped us. So we're doing reasonably here. Almost got that here, and that's going to really start burning off this corruption as well, which will really help with our public order. Right. And we're going to be swapping out some of these guys to the Rangers, because obviously we buffed them up.
Belegar
Okay, so
Ironhammer.
got my Thane has leveled up again. Let's up his training, actually. Because that's always nice. You know, let's up his defences first. Oh, and we still got some of that. Basically, the more his defense is increased, actually, you know, just makes him more survivable. Absolute, you know, tougher. And these guys can become incredibly tough. Again, the corruption is my big issue here. If I can really burn that off, that's going to help masses. However, we're doing reasonably. Okay, and as I said, right now it's just about getting everything back in order, and then once we and I know I keep saying it, but Caracate Peaks really does have to be my next aim, because that will buff me up immensely. I want to stay as friendly as I can with dwarves. Potentially we'll just jump on the Skaven and smash them. Though we've got agreements with them, so it is technically naughty of me to do that, because it will upset other people, but sometimes you've got to do that. And I've not done something really sensible. I've not sent Dwarf Lord to sea to be picking up all of these things at the moment, which would actually be giving me a lot better an income. So maybe I want to pop out another Lord down here, and his job will be to stay at sea picking up all of these things, and then he can also discover new places for me. So ideally I want somebody with movement range. Oh, never mind. It can be you.
If you say so, beardling.
And his entire job
Casting the
is going to be to sit at sea and move and pick up all of these things and explore the map for me. But obviously he is eating a chunk of my income.
Incarnate. Hammer, it will be done.
So how much more expensive is a greybeard? They're actually quite a lot more. Oh no, that's yeah, it's a long beard. Sorry, not a greybeard. They've actually got less melee attack, though. Melee attack. They've got more armour. And they are immune to psychology. I don't think they're really worth it at the moment, to be fair.
True king.
You can take your level up. I'm not so fussed about that one. This is nice, however, again, it's not huge for me. Oh, upping my army's mobility, however, that is.
Yes.
How many turns until that's done? So we've got 2 turns until that's done, so actually.
Belegar.
Get a few more out so we don't have to worry quite so much. And then we'll swap for rangers in this army because I get buffs to them. Why has that not made a difference to this? So I have a lot more. So we get 12. So why is that? I guess it's a slow process, unfortunately. So we are burning it off. It's just not. It's going to take time now. So how long? This is the thing I never quite get. I never quite get how long it takes to go from one of these to the other. It would make sense to me if it was turn by turn, but it really doesn't seem to be that way.
Onward.
The other thing I can obviously recruit now is I can recruit Slayers, who are good anti-large. I'm never a huge fan of them, because while they fight to the death, they're also not the toughest of units, so it can be a little bit tricky maintaining an army when you're using Slayers. You know, they're good, they're solid units, but they also die off quite quickly, because they don't have any armour. I'm probably using them wrong. You know, they are very, very good at anti-large, but so's 2 units of archers hammering into them. That's actually very, very good at killing out a nice large unit, especially dwarven ones, because I can use one to distract it. I want these guys, actually. I'm hoping the Bretonnian faction here really does keep pushing the Skaven, so because that will help me a lot. And there you go, we can see it pushing through now. We're good here. I'm actually maintaining positive public order here. We're doing well here. Here, doing really nicely here, actually. We're doing well enough for me to pull the army out. Almost well enough for me to pull the army out. So a few more turns of burning off this corruption. And actually we're going to get 100% corruption reduction here long run. And then we'll be able to pull our army out. I don't need this building here anymore. Yeah, I can get armies up to there easily, so we're going to swap that out for an income building. Ooh, why am I building him? I didn't mean to build him. So they don't even have that much HP. They do a lot of damage, though. That is the really nice thing about them. And they get a bonus versus large, so
Vengeful Rune Lord.
right, you can. Double time. And the first one we're going to go for is this, because I don't... While I've got some back here, I also want to be using this guy to explore the map and get more people to trade with. Unfortunately, dwarfs are not the quickest at sea, as you saw there.
What?
This is good, and sorting out here is also going to have a knock-on effect.
It is time.
A knock-on effect up here, because obviously here shares borders, so if I've got less corruption, that's less corruption to spread. It's end turn again. And we will start getting production buildings in this territory as well. Sorry, army production buildings, because it's a nice central position to push to have as a you know, to build armies when I'm pushing north. Though I dare say we'll get another military production place set up somewhere else as well, long run. But long run I want to get here, and I mean, once I can make iron breakers, that's the key thing, is getting iron breakers, because a line of iron breakers will basically break any army which gets thrown at them, which is, as you can imagine, quite nice, quite a useful buff. I'm going to try and get a military access to the border princes. Ooh, who is that and what are they doing? And do I need to jump up and down on their faces? Well, no, I'm actually in a better position here, but as I said, I do want to get Caracade Peaks, because that is the main thing. Okay, we've got the seal stones there, which is also going to help us. It's really helping with our corruption. I'm actually swapping off this for the time being. I want to start upping my troops again. Also go up. I want to push to this one to make our Longbeards cheaper. While that is nice, it's 12 turns, and I can't really afford... No, I'm going to go for that. If I'm going to be pushing into the vampires, I'm really going to need that, and then we'll also be able to get rat poison, which will help us as well. And then we'll start pushing back down the other end.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Okay, I can now recruit rangers, who do more damage now they're buffed up. So straight up we're going to burn them off. We're actually going to move a bit deeper into our territory before we do that.
Very well, I will do as you ask. Lord of the Angrund.
Because these guys, as you can see, they're now doing a lot more damage, which is good. They've got good range. Now, long run, I do want to get Bugmans, but that will take a few turns, so we'll get them for the future. Who start with a base which is higher, and as you can see, they're just a slightly better version of them. These guys cost 125, these guys cost 188, so they're all actually cheaper than Quarrelers, because how much of Quarrelers upkeep? You know, so Quarrelers do more melee damage. I think that's the main thing. Oh no, Quarrelers are... Yeah, Quarrelers have more armour. So, you know, and they have slightly more ammo, but... Yeah. These guys are good. I can also have Vanguard deployment, which means I can use them as ambush troops a bit better too.
For the wisdom of Valea. Moving!
Oh, we're getting there, but we're not quite there yet. You need to be moved. I only ever move these to their max, guys, because I like being able to control where they're going. And if you move them multiples, what I'd do is I'd move him there next turn, but I wouldn't be able to move him any further, so... Easily, anyway. Oh, who are you?
Speak up, or I'll take you.
They're red eyes. They will be hostile to me, but...
Greetings, stranger.
No.
Can I pay you for a defensive alliance? Oh, why do you not like me? Oh.
Absolutely not.
Well, boo.
I'm ready.
They're beginning to not like me, however, I've got good walls down here and they are busy fighting someone else, so, you know, I've got a nice big solid garrisons here. Here could have a bit of a better garrison, but, it's got walls and I'm quite happy I can hold the walls against Skaven, and even if they do manage to take somewhere, I can push out an army to go and deal with Skaven very quickly.
You summon me?
Oh, however, my public order is suffering here. Why is that? That is a corruption issue still, so that's going to get itself sorted over time. As is here suddenly. Oh, we've lost my bonus I just had.
Wins under control.
So, that's not the end of the world. As I said, once we bring this corruption in order, that is gonna start really making a difference, and we're already burning off all the corruption quite heavily in all of my territory. The vampiric corruption is no longer spreading anywhere near as badly, so that's another very good thing. We're making all of our realm nice and sparkling, you know, next to the wood elves here, who are also obviously, well, they're weird because their land, I guess it does have kind of a corruption, but it's not a corruption in the same way, because if I were to push into their land, I would take damage unless I hold the Oak of Ages. If you hold the Oak of Ages, you do not take damage. Right, they are just going to get a bloody nose. Do I want to... No, my territory is safe. I'm going to let them march through my territory for the time being. You know, I can deal with them. I can ignore them if needs be. Ooh, where's the Bray Herd? Now that's something I do want to worry about. It's only a small Bray Herd at the moment.
What do you want?
Let's take Farsight. Favourable winds, it's 25 extra movement. It does give us a bit of cash, which isn't terrible. This is the main thing for him. He gets lots of extra cash by being out and about for us to use. And extra cash is always nice. They've got quite a big force here, actually. Though I've got a very nice shaped army here. We've got one more turn until we go.
To battle?
I know I'm getting rid of veteran units, but I just want I want them at full health so I can actually start moving. The corruption is burning off slower now. Let's have a look. It's close. However, I do need to pay attention to there as well. And here's, you know, they've brought themselves into order by burning off this corruption. The corruption's still burning off here nicely as well. they have a very limited range. While they are armoured piercing, they've got a very short range. These guys are brilliant. However, I can't really afford to put them into my army. They are, however... Oh, I'm going to grab them. I can always get rid of them later on. These guys are really good. They can't attack air, because they're not that sort of unit. They throw bombs at people. And these guys, and as you see, they've got a huge amount of armour. Their melee attack is brilliant. Their melee defence is... well, their melee attack is good. Their melee defence is huge. The weapon strength is merely okay, but you know, they actually have Vanguard deployment as well. These are experts at charge defense. They get a bonus when being charged, so negates the charge bonus of any attacker, so they actually do well holding. These guys get charge defense against large, but I don't know if this is just this unit. These guys are also resilient, so they're immune to attrition in snow, and they get extra magic resistance. But all dwarfs get that.
Aye.
Let's end turn. And it's almost time. Well, it's definitely time to get here back. And once we've got here, we'll mass. We'll mass here, and then we'll push on to Karakate Peaks, and Karakate Peaks will fall and will be held by us. And once we've done that, it's either going to be, it's probably going to be quite a major campaign against the vampires, because otherwise the Empire is going to fall, and I really don't want the Empire to fall, because they are a staunch ally for me, which is really good. And it's always good to have some good solid allies about the place, guys. So if I can slam into the vampires, I'll push up the mountains mostly. We'll try and consolidate this area, and we'll try and leave some areas for the Empire to take, so the Empire can grow again. They also serve as a nice bastion against the oh, here come the mutinous gits.
You have a proposal? We are willing to hear.
We cannot. Lord of the Angrund.
How far can I move?
Seeking vengeance. You have my hammer.
You need walls. Why? Does here not have walls? You can keep heading that way for now. I want to get him up to Ulfwan to see there. And there you go. There's somewhere for us to go next turn.
The runes are ready.
You are just holding here again for time being. We are still burning it off, but the speed we're burning it off is slowing. And it does seem to do that as you get lower, which is fine.
Yes. Go then.
I think what I need to do is I need to just keep bouncing between the two places to keep burning it down until they are both... Oop. Yeah, until they are both good. Annoyingly.
I have the forge fires glowing.
Tell you what, I'm going to bring him up here, because these places are sorted now. And he can help with the corruption up here a bit. Let's see where these guys go, where the mutinous gits go. they're the last remnants of the Crooked Moons, and I need to destroy them. So the more damage I do to them, better. However, the other thing I could potentially do is ignore them and just go straight for Karak 8 Beaks. Because if they've got armies here, they probably have less at Karak 8 Beaks. They do have quite a strong force there last time I looked. So, you know. You might have missed that. I may have just sent an agent over there you know, for a couple of turns. Oh no, you were there. I sent him behind to have a look. Well, for reasons I sent him behind. Not for any particular reasons. Well, the reason was that I wanted to... Oh! Well, I need to go and liberate that town, guys. It's imperative that I liberate that town. Because it's being held by orcs now, so I can't leave it like that. That would not be a, you know, nice thing for me to do. Ooh, a bone to pick. A formatologist is in one of your provinces has been tasked with squeezing greater profit from industrial processes. Lost in fort one day while inspecting a smelt plant, he slipped and plunged into a rolling slag. His death was not in vain, however, as the smelters discovered that the introduction of osseous matter worked to strengthen the metal, raising the value and its profits faction-wide.
Yes. Our ancestors would be proud.
I am declaring war on you. Am I already at war with the Greenskins? I think I am. I'd be very surprised if I was not at war with the Greenskins. Yeah, I'm already at war with Greenskins, so who cares? If I wasn't, I might not have done it, actually. Surprisingly, they're joined by their allies who are already at war with me. And we shall auto that. And liberate the settlement. Why is there chaos corruption here? Ooh, that's very nice.
Belegar Ironhammer.
Okay. Up your Orc's Bane. And let's make sure we have this one instead, because that's far better. What other ones do we have? Extra money from... That's not terrible, but I'm just going through these to make sure we've got the best ones. I don't like local region ones because I never generally leave somebody in a region, so I tend to try and go for faction-wide ones where I can. Though you don't always get as many faction-wide ones. Okay, one of these guys can get that buff next turn, then we're gonna, well, we'll have to deal with them, but no, I'm happy with the position we're in now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be ending this one here, so thank you very much for watching. We are now going to be moving on. We're going to keep bouncing this guy between both sides. No, we'll leave him out because it reminds me to move him then. Simply until they are stable, and then we'll get him moving on as well. Let's go grab here. And then we'll end. Like I just said I would. So, thank you very much for watching, guys.